welcome to this edition of Ask a Death Doula. I am your host, Suzanne B. O'Brien. Thank you so much for being with me today. We have a really exciting show for you. Today, we are going to talk about International Doulagivers World Training Day. And I have here with me my partner in putting this all together, who has been hands down doing most of the work and unbelievable, Dawn Whelan. So thank you, Dawn, for being on this episode of Ask a Death Doula. I really appreciate it.
Thanks. It's a pleasure being here with you today, Suzanne.
Okay, well, we're going to all talk this session about World Training Day and really share with the listeners what World Training Day is, how we thought of doing it, and what is the goal for World Training Day. And then, of course, how they can be a co-host and have an event, or come to an event, or share with doing both. So let's start out a little bit about you and I when we were together one weekend. We very much are very involved with free community outreach with Doulagivers and the International Doulagivers Foundation. So a big part of what we believe in is that everyone has the right to the information that will lead to the best supportive end of life for them and their families. So we've always been doing that, and you've been on that journey with me for years, and it's been great. It's been really rewarding, really successful. But then when we were together, something kind of magical happened with our energy, I feel like, being together for that weekend, and we came up with the idea of how to scale this to that larger level, and also a global level, because we have so many requests that come into our organization via email, and people are requesting, please, can I use the training for my communities? We need your help. And absolutely, we always will do that. We thought, how do we put it together where we can have everyone have access to this and also unite us all in this beautiful, supportive education, when I feel like we're at a time that we're so divided, obviously, and pointing fingers at them and us. And this is something, aging and end of life is one of the things that unites us all, that brings us back to that human aspect. And no matter where you are in the world, having that support and education makes all the difference. So thank goodness that day we were talking about how we can do an event where we bring everyone together on the same day. And so we came up with World Training Day, and we picked April 20th, 2019 to be the first of the World Training Days. And our goal for this first year was to have 100 events in at least 10 different countries. And we really even haven't been pushing it so much yet, because we've been doing and we're up to 76 events in 6 countries. So we're really excited that it's being embraced and going so well. And we're really honored and privileged to be, able to do this with all these wonderful collaborators. So on today's show, we're going to talk a little bit more about that, what it is, and we're going to take you through what World Training Day is. So if you would like to be a collaborator and host an event, or if you'd like to then just help and promote and come to the events, we're going to show you how you do that. But it's really, again, a global family that we're part of. Free education and support is a human right. It's not a privilege, and we're here to help make that happen. So Dawn, why don't you share your perspective of how this was all born?
Well, absolutely. I think that, like you said, it is something that we're all touched by, because regardless of where we're from, what our socioeconomic status is, anything about us in life, we all have the commonality of we're all going to be touched by death at some point in our life. And most people do want to be cared for at home by their loved ones. It's something that we used to do. So this is a way that we can bring that skill back and give the family members more confidence to be able to take care of their loved ones at home, because the statistics show that 9 out of 10 people do want to be cared for at home by their loved ones, but their loved ones don't know how to care for them. So this is going to be a great way for us to get out to the communities and to share and let people know. So when we sat down that day, I know that this is something that you are so passionate about, and you've been saying for years that this is what you want to do. So when we sat down that day, and we were just having the conversations about what can we do to bring this to everybody, as many people as we can. And it seemed like everything aligned correctly at that one moment in time where the idea blossomed of why not do it on one day?
Yeah.
And I think we've been asked about why do we pick April 20th? Because some people have said, why is April 20th the day that you selected? And the thought process behind when we initially picked April 20th was because there's a ramp up for, they have like the National Healthcare Decision Day week, and people are thinking about end of life during that week and having those conversations. So we thought, why not wrap the week up if people are having these conversations with their loved ones about how can you support and take care of your loved ones when you come to end of life? This is a great way to wrap that all up into one piece and put it all together.
Yeah.
So that's why we selected April 20th, because it wraps everything up.
Yeah.
And I'm very excited about this because I think that we're going to be able to bring it to so many people and so many different communities and to be able to share. So,
yeah, no, you said it. I think just to reinforce, so if those of you who don't know my background, I am a registered nurse and I've worked in hospice care, which is end of life care, and or oncology care, which is cancer care, for most of my nursing career. So I have a lot of experience at the bedside and I have a lot of knowledge and information. So I've put together training programs, and I have a company called Doulagivers. And then we've always given that free community education, and we believe wholeheartedly in the difference that that makes. And so the response to this particular training, the family caregiver level 1, has been unbelievable. The people who have come to the workshop and then even years later, not knowing when they were going to use it, used it, and the positive impact that that had for that whole family for end of life made all the difference in the world. And the other thing that's so important to understand is that we only get one opportunity to do that end of life well. We can't go back. And so I'm taking the knowledge from a lot of things that I saw that did not go well and how to make things go well for people. And that's what's in this training. And so because it's so effective and wonderful, and the feedback is that we want to have it accessible to anyone who would want to take it. And World Training Day is a great way to do that. So we will have World Training Day every year, but this year it's going to be on the 20th of April, which is a Saturday, 2019. And again, maximizing events all over the world together, the vibrations that that gives and the synergy is absolutely amazing. So I'm going to let Dawn kind of take over now, because we're going to go through a little bit of a presentation of what World Training Day is, so that you can have a better understanding, and hopefully that you will decide that you want to be a host of an event as well. So go ahead, Dawn, take it away.
All right.
Yay.
So I'm going to share with you guys today International Doulagivers Foundation World Training Day. I think this picture is really, it says a lot. You know, we're coming together as a world. People from all over the globe need this support and education to be able to care for their loved ones. And that's what the whole intent behind this training day is, to be able to globally come together and support each other. So today I'm going to go over basically what is World Training Day. We're going to talk about World Training Day. What is World Training Day? Why are we doing it? Who is it actually for? When's it going to be? What are the locations? We're going to talk about the training format and some resources that we can provide to you. So International Doulagivers World Training Day is a training event that we're going to be holding worldwide. And this is so that we're holding this training on the same day all over the world, because death is something that, like I said earlier, we all have it in common, regardless of what your culture is, your religion, your socioeconomic status. It's something that everybody has in common, and we need to support each other. And what is the best way to do this? Well, we believe that this can be done through education and support. And this is the way that we can ensure that people have the most positive end-of-life experience. A positive end-of-life experience, it's really a basic human right for everybody. It's not a privilege. It's a human right that we all share. So we're inviting all of you out there to go ahead and participate. Host an event in your local community and participate and share in World Training Day with us. And like I said before, it is a positive end-of-life experience is a basic human right. It's not a privilege. This is something that we all should have. This as a basic human right. We all should have the ability to have a good end-of-life experience. So I'm going to give you a brief history on World Training Day, because death is the #2 leading fear in the United States. Also in other parts of the world it is as well. And many people, they don't really understand or know how to care for their loved ones. They don't know what skills are necessary to do so. And it's something that 100 years ago we used to hand down generation to generation. We used to be around individuals within our own families, and we were exposed to what end of life looked like, and we knew how to care for our loved ones. And as a society as a whole, we've moved away from that. So World Training Day is going to be a way where we can go back to those grassroots and teach individuals how to care for their loved ones so that they'll know what those skills are. Because statistically, the 9 out of 10 people do want to be cared for at home. So we need to reteach this skill to loved ones. And death is something that we all have in common, like I said earlier, regardless of what your culture, religion, or socioeconomic status. So our vision in this is to increase everybody's access to quality education for end of life, so that you can have any skill that's necessary to take care of your loved one. And it doesn't even have to be a loved one. It could be a neighbor. It could be somebody within your community, anybody that is in need of that support during the end of life process. So why are we doing World Training Day? Well, we're doing this World Training Day because of the fact that most people do want to be cared for at home. And the family members are typically the main caregiver for somebody who is at end of life. And those people don't know how to care for their loved ones a lot of time. They're fearful because they don't know what they need to do and they don't know what to expect. So it's one of the biggest challenges for families to be able to have a positive experience for both the patient and the loved one. We want to be able to give this information of what the various stages are, how we can go ahead and support those people, and just make sure that people have that solid understanding and awareness so that when they come to this stage, there's not that fear. They feel that they can competently take care of their loved one at home. So the training that we're going to be presenting is going to help the individuals to be able to learn how to care for somebody through the dying process, like through the various different stages. And so we're asking you to go ahead and join us by participating in World Training Day. So we're going to share the skills that are necessary to be able to help take care of the individuals that are at end of life. And we would like to have people within communities all over the world to be able to help us do that. And if you'd like to host, please do so with us. So who is this for? Who's World Training Day for? The information that we're presenting is going to be appropriate for everybody. It's going to be for family members, caregivers, volunteers, community members. The reality is we are all touched by end of life at some point throughout our own lifetime. So the participants are going to learn about the 3 phases of end of life. They're going to learn about the different interventions that they can take to be able to provide support and comfort. And the support and comfort isn't just to the patient, but it's to the loved ones of that patient as well. So we're going to empower individuals to be able to embrace the concept of community and caring for one another at the end of life. When is it? It is April 20th, 2019. So this is going to be our first World Training Day. It's going to be on April 20th. It is a Saturday, and it's going to be all over the world. Which brings us to our next, where are the training locations? It's worldwide. So when I say all over the world, it is literally going to be within communities throughout the United States, various different countries, any individual that's interested in collaborating with us and hosting an event within their local community can absolutely do so. You don't have to be an end-of-life doula. You don't have to be somebody that works specifically in end-of-life. You just have to have the passion and the desire to make a difference and to want to support families and share the knowledge and the skill that's necessary so that we can take care of one another as a community. So how are we going to do these presentations? So there's going to be two different options that are going to be available within some communities. The majority of communities are going to be hosting a 90-minute pre-recorded training. So this training is going to be something that is pre-recorded by Suzanne. It's going to be her 90-minute family caregiver training. So it's going to be the level 1 training. So whoever is a collaborator will hold their event. We'll have, introductions. There'll be a World Training Day. We'll do an introductory video. Then they'll have this 90-minute pre-recorded video that they play. And then at that point, when it's finished, they'll wrap up and do some remarks. There can be questions and answers. But if you are not comfortable doing public speaking, this is absolutely the perfect thing for you. And the most people are going to be doing the 90-minute pre-recorded. Mm-hmm. So for the people that are going to do the live training, this is going to be people who are skilled at presenting live education. The Doulagivers lead trainers are going to be individuals who within their communities will be doing live trainings. And this will be, the same information will be provided as the 90-minute pre-recorded. It'll just be a live training session instead of a pre-recorded training session. So if you're interested in being a collaborator with us, we are going to provide you everything and anything that you need to have a successful event. We're going to help you with your event planning. We're going to help you with your marketing and also your ticketing. So let me explain each of those a little bit. So what we've done is we put together different guides for you. So we have a shared drive that once people register to become part of our World Training Day, we'll share the information with you. And within that drive, there's various folders. We have everything that you need to have a seamless event. So event planning gives you everything. There's a guide. It walks you step by step how to select a location, how to coordinate with different individuals to find a venue, to if you choose to have food at your venue, parking, how to get all that put together and plan your event so that you have a successful event. We give you time frames. We give you assets. Assets, when I refer to those are visual graphics. So we give you a marketing guide as well. The marketing guide is going to give you everything that you need to do to get out there to your community. You're going to have information that gives you step-by-step how to set up a Facebook event and share that out to your community, how to give us the information that we need to be able to work with our ticketing venue, the verbiage that you need, the press release. We give you a press release, we give you email templates. It is literally plug and play. So the only thing that you are really needing to do is find a venue, find a time, sign the collaborator agreement, and sign up and commit that you're going to work with us. Ticketing is another thing that we're going to give you complete support with. We're partnering up with a group called Squad Up. So ticketing is going to be seamless for everybody. Everybody's going to go through the ticketing. We're going to have Squad Up for every event location. There's going to be a registration. So we're going to just have you give it your event details, and everybody will have their own unique URL to be set up. So it's very exciting. We've put all of this information together for you. It really is seamless. We've already had a couple of webinars, and on the webinars, we've explained the event planning. We've gone over some of the marketing, and those are available to people as under the drive as resources. If you've missed those live, then they are definitely available for replay. So some of the resources that are available to you as far as individuals is you have Suzanne O'Brien, who is the founder of World Training Day. You have myself, Dawn Whelan, and I am in charge of the program. And then you have Natalie Bonifay, and she's doing fundraising. So you can reach any of us by our first name at worldtrainingday.org. And what I want to remind you of is you can always go and check out our website, which is worldtrainingday.org. And you can sign up right on the website to go ahead and join us and be a collaborator. And there's all kinds of information that's available to you at the website. So if you want to contact us, here's some additional contact information. But this is going to be a fabulous event. I'm very excited that we're going to be able to share this with everybody and all these communities out there. I know that this is something that Suzanne has been teaching for years, and she's been very passionate about getting it out there and making it available to people. And I think the fact that we were able to come up with an idea to bring it together on one day and share it with everybody and bring everybody together is fantastic. And it's going to be a fabulous event. So I would love to have everybody join us that would like to.
Thank you. That was so good. So yeah, when at the beginning, I forgot, I've been talking about doing something like this for years, right? A global, it's amazing. We've been so busy with this wonderful outreach just in general, and for it to come to fruition now is like so exciting, but really emphasizing the importance of why we're doing this. So this is our nonprofit. We spend our free time and a lot of our own money putting this together because it's that important, the difference that these skills make, giving them back to people. You know, they feel so much more confident and empowered with caring for their loved one in the home environment, which is where most people want to be. And death is so feared right now. It's the second leading fear in the world. And I've worked in over 10 years with thousands and thousands of people, and I see this all of the time, that we need to change. There needs to be a cultural shift in accepting that end of life is part of our life's journey again. And the fact that it's the second leading fear, when I know so much information on, and I feel like it's only because we've gotten so far removed from even seeing people age and at end of life, and we don't have those skills, that fear of the unknown is so palpable. It's creating 100 times more suffering for patients and families. So bringing back that skill and offering that to people on a global level can really shift this to such a positive place. And that's what we're doing. So everyone's touched by end of life. And we want to bring us all together and show that you can make a difference. You can be there for one another, even across the world, which we're going to show you on that day. We'll have all this kind of information about who's doing events and what's happening. And you realize how much more similar we are than different. And also what a little bit of education and kindness, the difference in that can make for somebody else. So this is a wonderful, wonderful thing. We hope that you would like to be a collaborator. And if you would like to host an event, you don't have to work in end of life. You don't have to be a doula. You just have to be somebody who wants to support your community and believe in the positive education of end of life, that how that changes everything. And what's beautiful is there's people that are joining together in communities, like your local hospice and maybe even a nursing home, and they're getting together and doing an event for their community by the community. So you're collaborating, and it's a great opportunity for you to reach your community with, if you do have some offering that would be a great service to them, it lets them get to meet you and know about what you do. So it's a win-win on so many different levels. So I'm going to have all the links. They're all going to be all there for you as far as accessing World Training Day, how to get in touch with us. We have everything for you. So all you need to do is decide that you would like to do this, and it's done for you. We've done all the back end work. And if you don't want to host, if you could share this information on Facebook and let people know that this is available, this free education is available to them, that would be incredible as well. So anything else you want to share about that, Dawn? I think we covered a lot.
I think we did cover a lot today. And I think an important thing for us to make sure that we elaborate on is, like you said, if you can't host an event, that's okay. Help us get the word out. Help us let people know that this is going to be happening. It might be within your community. Share what we're doing. Go on, like our page, share us on social media. Let people know what we're doing and that we're doing great things and sharing this within communities. And that is a huge help within
Yeah.
itself, just letting people know what we're doing and that we're getting out there trying to make a positive difference.
Yeah, because people need to know about it to be able to access it. So if you do, I think one of the easiest ways to do that is to like our page on Facebook and then to invite your friends to like it. So that way they'll get all the information about the events that are going to be in the community nearest to them. So again, our Facebook page is World Training Day. And if you like our page on Facebook and you can invite your friends to like it and share the information, we would be so appreciative because we're doing it together.
And you're going to have all those links below today, right?
I'll have all those links for you.
Perfect.
Yes. So thank you so much, Dawn. Thank you for all that you do. And thank you for being here and explaining World Training Day so beautifully. And I will talk to you very soon. Okay.
Thanks. You have a great day.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.
Bye.